Guys, welcome back to my channel. Yes, welcome. It has been a long time since I sat in front of the camera. Let me just say it now. It has been a while, but like it's just one of those things. My name is Ebo. If it's the first time I've seen my beautiful face, I do videos about food, gist, and anything that concerns me. Yes, as far it's my channel. See, by the way, just subscribe as I'm talking, because Edako, there's nothing more I can ask you to do now but to subscribe. So has everybody subscribed? Thank you. Anyway, happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. So this video is inspired because number one is Mother's Day, and then number two because about 2 months ago I went for Omugo. Yes, your baby girl went for another Omugo. Yes, it was really amazing. I went to Canada to see my friend. She had a baby. It was so much fun. Mommy M, Daddy F, and baby N are doing all well. Yes, they are doing all well till now, and we give glory to God. Like, my dear, it is not easy to be a mommy or a parent or a daddy, and that is why I'm here. So even though it's Mother's Day, I am going to be talking about hooding. Now, I call it hooding because it is both motherhood, fatherhood, or parenthood, or anything you want to call it. So it is hooding. Yes. How are you hooding, people of God? Like parents in the industry, how are you hooding? Because, my dear, being a parent is an industry as far as I'm concerned. It is a big industry. So I'm here to ask you, how are you hooding? Because after my Omugo experience, and that's not my first, so I think I've done like maybe 3 Omugos in my lifetime, like gone to help friends when they had babies. 3, yes, 3. And it is really amazing. I love it. But let me tell you the beauty of my Omugoing. Like, I have an end date. So once I am done, I give you your baby and tell you, oh, bye, take care, have a lovely time. And now mommy and daddy are stuck with hooding duties. And my dear, if you think that being a parent is easy, now let me tell you, like, when you are a child, you think that your parents are like enjoying, or like that's what they have put their, that's their new stage in life. But they were once children, and I wonder how did they transition, because transitioning is not beans. And I'm going to be talking as a mother. Now, I don't have any children biologically, but I have many godchildren. I have many children that call me auntie, and I love them so much. And see, if you think that I'm meant to be your child's godmother and you have not given me the title, you better give me the title, because I can assure you I'm a good godmommy. Yes. So before I even continue, anyway, so I'm going to talk from the perspective of being a mom, but like, being a mom is not easy, or being a parent is not easy. But I'll be using mom in this case. Hey, your job as a mother does not just mean that you have a baby and you take care of the baby till the baby is an adult or 18. Because growing up as a child, I just thought that once you are 18, like, the parenting has ended. But let's just leave that one there. Put a pin in it. First job of being a mom, you are a doctor, nurse, pharmacist, gynecologist, dermatologist. In fact, you are everything medically inclined. I'm not even joking. See, if it's not that you have to be managing colds and flus, or managing like skin infections or acne or hives or things based on allergic reactions, it is, you have to be carrying medicine, watching vitamins, doing all of that. That's just one aspect of your mothering, as in just one aspect. Like medications, making sure children don't fall sick, like just one aspect. I'm like honestly, everybody should be a doctor, because at this point I'm like, I practically know medications to give children. Now, not like I would give children medication without a doctor's prescription. Please, no, do not do that. But like, as a mom, you will realize, oh, this is what's wrong with the child. This is what they should do. Over-the-counter drug. This is what they should take. You don't even need to think 2 times. Just like, that's just like sub job, or like subheading under your job title. Oh yeah, let's leave that one there. You are a chef. Now, you may think you love cooking. Now, my dear, cooking is amazing. But like when you're cooking for children. Now, I'm not going to talk about the allergy parts. So your child drank breast milk, and now you're moving from breast milk to formula, and then you now find out that your child is allergic to cow's milk. Excuse me. Why? How? Or then your child is allergic to nuts. Okay. Raisins. Excuse me. Apparently, recently met someone that's allergic to poultry. I'm like, what? Like chicken, that's what I mean. They're allergic to chicken. Where do you want to start from? Okay. They can't eat pepper at the beginning. So you'll be cooking stew that is not palatable for you to eat, or you'll be cooking two stew, depending on your level of wanting to stay in the kitchen. Then they don't like this, they don't like that. Oh, mommy, I want to eat this, you make this, then they don't eat it. Ah, hey. Second job description, chefing. My dear, if you are gracious enough to have more than one child based on decision, my dear, you become a dispute or a conflict revolutionist. Now, I don't even know whether that's a real word. My dear, your two children are dragging toy. Mommy is me, mommy is me. And then you're like, okay, who had the toy first? Child one says me. Child two says no, but it's my toy. You're like, God, why? You become a change manager. Let me tell you what that one is. Children are manifesting behavior that you do not like. Then you begin to look for routines or means that will pass across the message to your child in the most loved manner so that they can change these habits. Ha. My dear, this is minus your normal day job of being like you have a career, you have a spouse. This does not have anything to do with it. This is just, I have a child or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 10, depending on how gracious you are to the world. You think that's all? No. Let's go to the spiritual aspects. You become a prayer warrior. Now, everybody that I know that has or is a Christian, no was a Christian, that is a Christian, would always tell me that when they became mothers, they thought that they used to pray when they were single. Like they were praying people when they were single. But like when they had their child, it moved to like 100 to 1 million. Because you will pray for their future. Decisions that you know that they are not going to make. Pray for people that they're going to meet. People that they have not met. Destiny helpers. People that will map the future of your child. Or no, I don't say map the future of your child, but that God will use to map the future of your child. You start to pray for them. You would think that your prayer list, because when you were single or when you just got married, it was you, your husband, flourishing, provision. Maybe you added, or when you had children, or you prayed for your children then. But not that the children are not flesh and blood. Hi. My dear, I had a friend of mine pray for our children one day. I asked myself, I said, Ebu, you have not started praying. Like, I told myself, like, no. The kind of depth, I don't know, or deep groanings of prayer points that this woman led. I was like, God. Second spiritual one, you become a word studier. Now, first of all, if you are a Christian, you want your children to grow up with the understanding that Jesus loves them and the understanding of what is scripturally correct. Now, in the present world that we are in, you want your children to follow those words because you know it will give them a great future. So before you can explain those words to them, you do need to understand the words, because children would ask questions. And that goes to my next point. You will be a teacher. As a mother, you would teach and teach and teach and teach what you don't understand. See, for example, when I was much younger, I don't like maths. I'm not good at maths. I don't like English. I don't like this. As a mother, you will like everything. That is when you will know that you can understand calculus, because you have a child that you need to explain it to. When you were in school, you did not want to learn maths. Don't worry. You didn't learn it then. Your child will make you learn it. I can assure you. Like, your children will ask you questions and you'll be like, excuse me, how do you want me to find this answer or the solution to that question? Like, and I mean like deep questions. Recently, my friend's son, who is my godson, asked his mom a question about Jesus. Now, this was even a scriptural thing. And he was talking about, like, they said that Jesus would give them everything they want. And I think the explanation was trying to, the conversation was meant to be wrapped around, you should trust in Jesus to give you anything you want. So recently, one of his friends was sick in school. And then he told me about it, and I, oh, let's pray for the person. And now, coincidentally, about 2 days later, this friend had been sick for a long time. About 2 days later, the friend came back. Now, thank God for recovery. But he came back and was like, oh, auntie, Jesus answered my prayer. And I was so happy to explain that. And then one day, he came and said he asked for something and Jesus did not bring it. I said, what is it? He said, Daddy told me that Jesus gives us anything we want. So we asked for a new car. I said, excuse me. He said, why didn't Jesus bring our car the next morning? I said, excuse me. How do you explain that to a child? I said, don't worry. God will supply all his needs according to his riches in glory. The boy said, auntie, I don't understand. I said, wonderful. I said, go and meet your mommy and your dad. They will explain it to you. Motherhood. Like mommyhood. Hey, hooding. Hey. Now, first of all, I said, I was always saying mother, but both father and fathers also do this. I grew up in a house where both parents were very involved in my life and are still very involved in my life. Now, you think that this stops when the child is 18. Now, responsibilities reduce as children go older. But, excuse me, when I had COVID, my parents, who are pharmacists, became all of this and more. There are so many things I have not listed in the list of hooding that are in the list of hooding. But what can we say? Anyway, happy Mother's Day again to everybody in the world. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Yes. And please, if you're not a parent and want to be a parent, I cannot wait for the Lord to bless you with fruit of the womb if you're looking for it. And if you're a parent currently and you are scratching your head sometimes on what am I doing, my dear, a lot of people ask that question. And if you are single like me and do not have any children except by adoption, godmothering, and aunting, my dear, your time is coming if you want. And my dear, many more things on this list shall be your calling. So enjoy your weekend and have a fabulous, fabulous Mother's Day. Bye.